What's going on, everybody? Once again, uh, I got to give a shout out to all my new subs. I gained like 7 last night. That's more than I've gained since Faith helped me out a while back now. Uh, with my with these new subs also came a lot of I put out. Matter of fact, it was one short, and it's going to be about this same subject here once I get into it. But it jumped in very few hours. It got like 2,000 views. My subs, like I said, went up 7. Uh, I had 80 when I went to sleep last night. Woke up with 87. So uh, the views on that short, it's the biggest one I ever biggest viewed short or video on this channel uh, that I have, and I appreciate that. Kind of means somehow I'm wiggling my way out into the public again, where they'll let me. But some things that came along with all these views were some, the normal smart ass comments. Oh, this guy. And this is the smartest stuff they can come up with, folks. Here's a guy, something about doing videos that has a IQ lower than the room temperature. That's just the best they can come up with, you know. Uh, Another one was uh, this guy does videos from his basement. I drive my Jeep into my basement. I got 2 big garage doors on my basement. My basement is about 40 feet from my house. And these are people who think they've got it all figured out. One little 15 seconds short and they know me. They know all about me. But there's one person that claimed, and I guess they must have been watching me for a little while. This is one of them that set up a channel here called my. For those of you that are new, I've told everybody my name. My name's David Brian Grooms. Well, everybody's called me Brian all my life, by my middle name. My parents did that. So one of the first channels they started just for me, it was called Boitachi's Dumbass Shit. That was one of the channels. Well, I messed with them for a minute, see what they were going to do with it, and all they just, it's not worth the hassle. So I blocked them. So I think they went and set up another one, or somebody else did, and they named it just capital letter B, Brian, and then the next word was bad. B, Brian, bad. And this channel, all they want to do is just come on here and just fucking trash. That's it. I gave them a chance. They said they had evidence that I was a liar. I don't have no health problems. I just live off of my family and I don't want to work. They probably said I'm not even 60 years old. I'm 30 or something. I don't know. It was so ridiculous. But finally, I told this person, I said, look, you said I'm a liar. I'm going to give you a chance. Here you go. Prove what I'm lying about. I'm going to give you a chance. So I'm going to give you at least 24 hours. Come up with whatever. Finally, the person come back and actually said, all right, you talk out about, what was it? You don't like I'd have to pull it back up maybe. Something about I don't like women. I don't like Marines. I don't like fat people. I don't like gay people. I don't like who else was left. I mean, it pretty much covered. It just pretty much said I don't like none of these people, and I want to make this clear to her. And I did find out it was a girl using the Brian name. Uh, but I just want to make this clear to you. It's not the people I don't like. You don't understand that. It's their actions. When you bring up women that I don't like women, that's the craziest thing. In my family right now, my closest family, there's me and my son. The rest are women. It's not that I don't like women. I am trying my best to be a righteous person. It tells me not to lust after all you women. So I try not to do that. I go out into public and you guys insist on walking around with a leotard stretched from head to toe. So there is nothing left to an imagination. That's what I don't like. The people I love the people. I love all of you. It's your actions. The Marines, you talk about Marines. It ain't Marines. I talk about Marines because Marines are the biggest loudmouths out there about what they've done defending my rights. And I've lost more rights than most of you'll ever even know because you ain't old enough. I talk about the Marines because I've known a lot of them. They're the biggest loudmouth, biggest talking branch out there. They think they can do it all by themselves. I actually am talking about the entire military. I'm talking about not only them, I talk about everybody that took the same oath they did. I don't dislike the people. I love the people. It's their actions or the lack thereof. Their lack of keeping their oath when they swore they would uphold and defend the United States, the Republic of the United States Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Well, they ain't doing that. None of them have ever done it. And if they ever had, that if all people that took that oath ever kept it, that Constitution would be stronger today than it was the day it was written. It would have to be. There's more people in this country. Gay people. I don't dislike the people. It's their actions. There's a difference between disliking somebody because they are white or disliking somebody because they're just a straight up dickhead asshole. If I'm talking about a man at the time, then I'm talking about a man. And I've talked about men. I talk about men in their men buns and their skinny jeans and trying to look like girls. Make no mistake. If I'm talking about a man, I'm talking to the man. If I'm talking about a woman, I'm talking to the women. If I'm talking about the gay people, I'm talking to the gay people. People want to call that a judgment. Oh, you judge everybody. I don't judge. I judge your actions. I'm not allowed to judge what your actions are. I'm just supposed to walk around, what, with just fucking air floating around in my brain, never seeing what you're doing and whether it's right or wrong. I'm not supposed to see that. It makes no sense. And I'm not that stupid. So, for the new people, I don't do this for money. I don't do this. I do like to have some views. Now, people, believe me, you can go back at the beginning of this, my 200, I don't know how many, 30 videos I got on here. Go all the way back to the beginning. I was lucky, but I was getting 11, 12 views per video. They might only have about 15 or 20 on them now after 7 months, 8 months, a year of being on there. Yes, I would like to have more people view my stuff because I think I have something to say, and other people do as well. So yeah, I actually do this wanting more views, wanting more subs. I don't do it for the money. I've never, even off of my last two bigger channels, I never monetized none of them. I've never monetized none of my. What, I got 6 more or 5 more YouTube channels other than this one. Never monetized, never been paid a dime. Don't advertise nothing as far as I know. I don't have no products to sell. I don't have no marketing teams. I don't have no video producers and editors and all that shit. Let's see. Now I'm going to get to what I really want to do this about. But I do want to thank my new subs. Hope you stick around. If you just sit down and listen to this old man, you might learn something. If I say something stupid, speak up. You won't be the first one to teach this old man something. Guarantee it. But don't say, okay, you think this, Watachi. I think it's this. Well, I don't want it. If you think I'm thinking something, all right, I'll tell you whether I believe it or I know it to be true. If I know it to be true, you're going to have to come up with something other than opinions, theories, and stuff like that to convince me I'm wrong. Just because you say, oh, they proved this 10 years ago. Okay, where? Give me the citations. Show me the sites that you went to, the scientist, whoever was involved in proving this, so I can go check it out. Don't just give me your opinion. If it's just something I think, shout it out. I don't care. Hell, I've been wrong before. And more chances are I'll be wrong again. We could probably do a week-long video on how wrong I've been in my life. Maybe a year, if we got down to the nitty-gritty. But anyway, folks, I want to get to this, what this video is really about. And I want to talk to you people. This, after what started in 2019 and has now been 3 years now, going on 4. These people had a pandemic blockade on us for about a year and a half ago. They held it on us for a while. You don't need no more proof than all the videos of all the damn container ships that were not allowed to come into the country, that were parked out in the Pacific Ocean. They wouldn't let them come in. That's called a blockade. Who do you blockade, people? These people are blockading us. They're blockading their own people. Your government blockaded your ass to keep food and shit out of this country. They did it. And they did it for a while. Now, there's videos out here. There's places you can go and check this shit out, folks. Don't just call me a liar. There's stuff they are involved with right now, baby formula being. There's videos that show truck drivers driving truckloads of baby formula into a big hole or out in the desert somewhere. They're destroying it and burying it and claiming there's just a shortage on it. Well, yeah, when you're freaking buying this shit up, hauling it up and putting it in a hole somewhere and burying it up, of course there's going to be a shortage. For the last, I think about a year and a half, I've been hearing ranchers, farmers, all bitching. The ranchers talking about they're being told where they're going to take their cows to, their pigs to, their chickens to, and who they're going to sell them to. And if they don't do it, they wouldn't be able to sell it on market for half of what they was selling for last year or the year before when this started. Swore up it. Who can do that, folks? Who can make that threat and make it happen? It's like people that blockaded us. They take your own chickens, folks. They raise them here and make them ship them over to China to be butchered. What is China putting in your chickens? All of ours. We're all eating it. That's your government. They have caused droughts. I don't care what anybody says. You want to call it climate change? Let's talk about what they've been spraying on us for 20 years from the sky. You don't think that's caused some kind of climate problems? Heavy metals? Causing droughts. Blockading the water somewhere, I guarantee it. Because when I lived out in Arizona, I could take you up on top of a mountain that was probably where this mine shaft was. And walk you straight back into a mountain about 75, 100 yards. They had a shaft that went down hundreds of feet. There was water all the way at the top of the damn mine, at the top of that shaft, but about maybe 10 foot. That's out in the middle of the desert in Mesa, Arizona, or Queen Creek, Arizona, folks. What are they doing? Where's all this water? They even claimed back then that all these damn golf courses and shit they have out there in Phoenix, the PGA golf courses and all that, they claim they got these big tanks that they dug this land up, I guess, and put these big underground tanks in the ground. And when they used water through their sprinkler systems to keep that grass green, that water would go right down through the grass and right back down into the ground and right back down into the tank. So they were always they're just using the same water over and over. But they'd tell us we couldn't wash our vehicles. Wasn't enough water. These people caused rolling blackouts. Oh, yeah. Some places, California got it a lot worse than Arizona, but we got it too. They don't want to claim you can have electric cars. They can't even supply the air conditioners for the summer. How are they going to supply your cars too? According to them. Have you seen the Hoover Dam, folks? Did you hear about the explosion? Yeah. They're going to try to they're going to take down the dams. They're going to take down the electric grid, but they're going to take it down in a manner that it will take a long time to put back together. Let's see what they do with these nuke plants. How many food manufacturing places have been accidentally caught on fire, blown up, or whatever lately here, folks? Another one. Another one. Just happened here recently, like yesterday or something. Uh, they're buying up land. They're buying up the farmland and shit. In some cases, burning it. They burn it off and then they scrape the topsoil off and haul the topsoil to China. I know you don't believe that shit. I know you don't believe that shit. The burning of the forest. We've always had forest fires, folks. Lightning strikes and stupid people with fires. Forest fires have always happened. But when you take down the logging industry and you make the forest so piled full of wood that you can't even walk through it, and believe me, folks, I'm talking about maybe 6-7 years ago it was already that bad. Out in Colorado, oh, they took the logging industry out. You couldn't, you would have to duck and dive. And you cannot walk through that forest in any way, shape, or form. There is dead trees laying in every direction. It is so, you couldn't ride a horse. You'd have to go through there with a damn chainsaw just to be able to walk without climbing up and over and around and through and doing all that shit, folks. They did this. Talk about feeding a fire. Forced vaccinations. Masks. The forced for your jobs. They did this. They did this in the last 3 years. This shit has all been going on. They raised the prices on every damn thing. And they always do this, folks. They'll raise it up. Let's talk about, let's just say milk. They'll take it from when it was 39 cents a gallon. Oh, inflation, they raise it up to fucking 75 cents a dollar. Then they bring it back down to about 65 cents or 50 cents. Well, see, they raised the prices on it. Now you're going, because you was paying almost $1 for that gallon when you was paying 30-some cents. Then they bring it back down to 50 cents and you go, thank you. Oh, thank you. Now, thank you. They still got another 20-some cents a gallon out of you for the same product. Well, this time they really jacked them down. They weren't holding there was no limits. Now, they just got a new law passed. I don't know if any of you saw the partying. Oh, yeah. Oh, they are partying in Washington, D.C. They are partying. Hell, Pelosi, I believe she would have got on her knees right there in front of Biden on nationwide TV. She was so happy. Even though Biden wouldn't have known what the hell she was doing, but I believe she would have done it. We just praise President Biden and his way of, why did she almighty? It was just so stupid. Praising a babbling idiot. And they let him sign it. People, after all the stuff I told you that they've been doing to us for 3 years, that I sit here and listen. And these guys are sitting in Washington, D.C., partying, claiming America has won. Do you realize what they mean by America? America sits in that damn one little 10 square mile plot of land in Washington, D.C. In their eyes, that is America. And America did win. We didn't, but they sure as hell did. Americans did not win. America Incorporated did win. This should scare the hell out of you. Yes, we know there was some freaking money. Oh, they're getting some money out of it. Oh, I guarantee you that's what put the biggest smile on all their faces. They're going to all get more millions of dollars and be able to add more taxes and tax us even more. Slap us with 87,000 new IRS agents coming after the middle class. And it's all Putin's fault. Well, Putin and Brandon. Shit. What more can they do to you, folks? They're going to have you eating each other. That's their plans. Either eating each other or killing each other. That's why they took down that damn Georgia Guidestones. They couldn't have the evidence that still standing down there once they knocked the population from 7.2 or 7.8 billion people down to 500 million. They couldn't have the evidence standing up out down there in Georgia. They had to take it down. They're getting too close to the end product. They're going to have you walking and eating each other. Watch and see. God loves you, folks. And so do I. I don't care how you think this is going to turn out. Chances are you're not going to survive it. Even if you survive it, what's going to be left worth surviving for? You better seek Jesus. Because when he comes back and he don't know you, that's not going to be a good thing. And that's the only thing that's going to get you through what's happening today. The second seal has been broken, folks. Make no doubt. And if you don't know what that is, you better go check it out in the Bible. The second seal has been broken. And I believe it was broken with this law right here. You guys have a good one. If my channel's still up, I'll see you the next time.